This video is for the double exposure profile picture. With this assignment, there are many different ways to do it. So the videos are a little hard to create because I'm really wanting all of you to experiment with the different methods of lowering opacity, blending modes, doing selective lowered opacity, and also possibly selecting and masking or just masking. So it's like all of these things. So it's a little bit hard to, show you exactly how to do it. All right, but I'm going to give you one more video here. Okay, in this video, I am going to start by taking my profile picture. All right, I'm going to the Move tool. I have both my pictures open. Okay, I'm going to, let's see, right here is my what I would have used as my background picture before, but what I'm going to do is take my profile picture, use the Move tool, and bring it over to the other picture. Now remember, this picture is much bigger because it's from a higher quality camera. All right, so I am going to go to Edit and go to Free Transform, hold the Shift key, and bring the size of the picture down. You can see the picture underneath. Now I don't need to make it exactly the same size. I'm going to do it maybe something like that. Okay, so just a reminder, the easiest thing you can do is you can lower the opacity. Now if you find one that looks really cool that way, that could be one of your three. The other easy thing you can do is add blending modes. Okay, so the blending modes are to the left of the opacity. The opacity and blending modes are on the top of the layers palette. So here's the layers palette. Okay, and the blending modes blend the two pictures together in different ways. Okay, and you can just play around with those. Okay, but what I'm really looking for is more of a combination of those with masking. Okay, so if I go on my picture of me, my profile picture, here I'm going to change the name here just to keep that consistent. There's the profile and there's the background. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add a mask. The mask is down at the bottom of the layers palette here. Okay, this little icon that is a white rectangle with a gray circle. Click on that and I get a mask. Okay, this white rectangle. You make sure the dotted line is around it. Okay, and then to cut through the mask, we're going to go over to the brush tool. Okay, just a quick little hint. If I'm on a different tool and I go to my keyboard and I press the letter B, it will go directly to the brush tool. So that's called a keyboard shortcut. Okay. All right, so when we are doing masking, we want the color picker to be on black on top and white on the bottom. So if we look here, there are two little squares that are always black and white. So if you want to, get black and white quickly, that's a quick and easy way of doing it instead of having to go and choose it in the color picker. All right, so we have our brush selected, we have our black on top. We're going to go to the options. And I'm going to be showing you a couple different options today. Okay, one will be to bring the hardness of the brush down. Okay, and I want to show you the difference between those. So I'm going to Command 0 this to make it bigger. Okay, make my brush a little bit bigger. So when I paint with black, and I brought the opacity, I'm sorry, not the opacity, I brought the hardness of the brush down to 0. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. You can see the edges are faded. All right, if I bring the hardness of the brush up to 100%, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so it's going to have a crisper, hard edge. All right, and I'm going to show you two different ways of possibly using that. Okay, also, another thing you can do is bring the opacity of the brush down. Okay, so if you do that, I think if I'm bringing the opacity down, I'm going to bring the hardness of the brush down. The opacity is going to bring back the other layer a little bit. Okay, so here I could go through and just fill my skin, blend my skin with the other layer selectively. This is called selective, opacity, because I am selectively changing the opacity. It's not like it's not a global change, it's a selective change. Now I'm going over the edges a little bit more, so I would want to switch over to my white. And the keyboard shortcut, just so you know, is X to switch between the black and white. I'm pressing the letter X on the keyboard, and it switches between black and white. All right, so if I go through with my white, in this case I would want to bring it up to 100% because I want to clean up, whoops, going to go back. I want it to also have 0%. I'm sorry, I want it to be 100% hard. Okay, so make the brush a little bit smaller, and I can get in close this way without any fading to kind of use the masking tool as like an eraser tool. Now I would have to zoom in close and carefully do this to make sure I'm getting rid of the excess, that overlap the edge there. Okay, so again, it's like an eraser tool. So I'm not going to take the time right this moment to, do that. I could also possibly, I could use a selection tool if I wanted to select just my face. That might help me to make a selection like that too. All right, so, this is a possibility, bringing something back selectively to blend it. I'm going to go back in history. Let's see if I can go back to when I started. Here we go. I'm going to go back to when I added the raster mask. Okay. And now, instead of using a soft edge brush, I'm going to use it as a hard edge brush. And I want the opacity to be at 100%, the flow at 100%. This time, I'm going to be using the brush to kind of create these lines. Whoops, I have white on top. So I'm going to switch with my X to black on top. Okay, there we go. Now when I paint, I can, create, it's almost like I'm painting with the background. Now if you don't like your lines, you can go back and redo them. But here we go. But I can use this like a paintbrush. Okay, but then the paint is my background. Okay, now I could also kind of do other patterns out here, so, and I'm doing this very quickly right now. You guys could take a little more time, and if you find you don't like something, like, hey, I don't like that, I don't like this little edge there, I can clean it up a little bit. I can create a thinner, finishing edge there. There are a lot of possibilities. Okay, all right. I can even use the brush something like this. So here we go. Make this a little bit smaller. There. Okay, maybe I'm making the brush a little smaller each time. so that the dots are getting smaller and smaller as I go. Okay, so these are more possibilities for you to blend your pictures together. Okay, so hey, after that, again, these are all just experiments. I'm taking them different places. You guys can experiment in your own way, but I could go on the picture and then I could add some blending modes and see if any of those look interesting. Okay, so again, it's playing with the tools. The more you play with the tools, the more you're going to learn. Okay, all right, well, good luck and have fun experimenting.